All right, guys, we back, and we know we ain't got time to waste because it's lonely. Want to be a housewife woman is clocking every time your boy move from his seat. So let's get it. All right, T-Dub was blazing the sports, guys. We are here live as I make my way to my car, guys. But Klitschko did a quick interview with ES Sports. ES News, EA Sports, ES News, and guys, the last time I spoke about Wladimir Klitschko, he said that it'll be a tough fight for Joshua, but now he actually favors Anthony Joshua to be Deontay Wilder. Guys, listen, if you agree, go on ahead and hit that, put a 1 in the column or whatever. If you disagree, put a 2 and let your boy know why you go either way. Guys, remember, if you come in here and catch this live, or if you're catching this on replay, just come in and smash that like button, that subscribe button like Donkey Kong, and let's keep it moving. All right, so let's see, guys. So as ES News got a chance to catch up with Wladimir Klitschko, it sounded like he just did some type of speech that must have been pretty well. He got a chance to ask Wladimir Klitschko about who does he favor between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. So he did lean towards Anthony Joshua, guys, and going off of memory as I walk to my car, and while you hit like and subscribe and sharing, because it is caring, he said he favors Anthony Joshua because one of the things was I guess he was better at his weight. He said he's more complete at his weight, a more complete fighter at his weight. He also said basically he got youth on his side. And another thing he pointed out was that his amateur career, he just has a better amateur career, and those should be some things that should get him over that hump with against Deontay Wilder. You know what, guys? I think I'm gonna stay outside. Let me find a spot to just sit down at so I can just rap to you guys, you know, real quick, like, you know how it is. You know. And he said with Deontay Wilder, he says that, you know, Deontay Wilder has speed, so that's one thing that Wilder does have over Anthony Joshua. He does have speed. What else did he say? Oh, he says Deontay Wilder is the older fighter, and that's going to work against Deontay Wilder. And he also says that the clock is ticking for Deontay Wilder, and Anthony Joshua is younger and he has much more time. But here's some of my thoughts on those things about Deontay Wilder and Joshua, and also Klitschko. See, guys, there's something about when you fight someone, you know, typically, not all the time, but a lot of times when you fight a fighter, you gain a newfound respect for that fighter. Now, when you spar a fighter, it's completely different. You can spar a fighter and feel the exact same way, or maybe slightly different after sparring them. But when you fight someone, when you go in the ring and you're trying to knock each other's heads off, and even if you win or if you lose, but you know that fighter put you through hell, and you made it out of it, or you didn't make it out of it, you tend to have a different feeling for that person. And I believe that Klitschko has that feeling for Joshua because he actually fought Joshua. And it's not necessarily that he lost to him, you know, and that could weigh on it because you're like, hey, you know, I lost to Anthony Joshua, and I spoiled Deontay Wilder, and I probably did well against Deontay Wilder, so he's going with Joshua. And another guy that does this type of feeling that I've seen before, it's Floyd Mayweather. When Floyd Mayweather fights a fighter, unless he really got bad blood for that fighter, he tends to, like, you know, almost support them or favors them in fights that might be close. For instance, when Robert Guerrero fought, I believe, Danny Garcia, I believe he felt Robert Guerrero run, and then there was another fight, I can't remember which one it was, that Floyd had fought one of them guys, but he actually, you know, was pulling for the guy he beat. It's just, I don't know what it is, guys. Something about sharing that ring and you gain a respect for that person, guys. Let me check something real quick, guys. Yo, AJ, what's happening, my dude, man? Let's see if I can get this off. I do think Wilder should fight Klitschko first. Wilder, well, you know, Klitschko, unless I'm missing something, Klitschko is still retired, so I don't think he's going to come back, you know. It is a good money fight, But remember, Klitschko was set to do a rematch against Anthony Joshua before he decided to say, you know what, I'm just going to retire. So, you know, he would have to come out of retirement. If he comes out of retirement, he can't fight either one of them guys next because he's been retired for a while and he would need a couple tune-up fights. But let's see, guys. So, to my message to Anthony Joshua, look, man, the guy that you beat, Klitschko, said that you should beat Deontay Wilder. That should be enough motivation for you to say, you know what? Take this fight. No more stalling. No more delaying. Let's get this fight done. Back in the car, guys. So, me personally, I think it'd be a pretty good fight. I have to favor Deontay Wilder to win. Look, guys, I mean, it's just a net factor, man. Deontay Wilder is the boxing version, in so many words, of Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore did not have the best technique in golfing. He didn't have the deep training and the masters to warm up to it. But the guy, when he hit the ball, he hit it, what was it, over 400 yards every time he smacked it. Let me open this door, man, it's hot in here. And Wilder is like that. Deontay Wilder, he doesn't have the best form. He doesn't have the best technique. He does expose himself sometimes. But if he connects, oh my gosh! If he connects with that right hand, he's going to cause more pain than two bad nurses. Luis Ortiz was winning before he got caught with that right hand. Everyone he fought had a chance up until they got hit with the right hand. And the only one that to survive it for 12 rounds from that right hand was doing a hell of a job of trying to block it by having a high guard, but he had to immediately go to the hospital afterwards to get his head checked out because it was twice the size of it before he came into the ring. You don't believe me? Go back and watch the fight. Watch Tavern as Tavern goes into the ring, and then watch after the ring. It's already swollen. Then by the time he got to the hospital, it was twice the size. They didn't even think a bone could stretch out like that. I think this just could be me, that Wilder shifted his bones in Tavern's head. He reshaped this guy's structure of his skull. Let me talk, guys. Hey, what's going on? Is it Loose Stones? Let's see what we got, man. Remember, the text come over all jacked up, bro. It comes over white on white background, white text. Unify the belts and maybe Klitsch can get a crack at Wilder. These AJ's fans don't want their champion to fight another champion. All right, man, that's all I can get out of the white on white. AJ Jones, the fight will happen. I don't see it this year, though. All right, you know, let me see how much time I'm at. I'm finna touch on both of those. 8:52. Let me make a quick walk, guys. You know how it had to happen last time. You know, if you're just jumping in, guys, I do my breaks on my on my breaks. I got like a couple 15-minute breaks, and I got an hour lunch break. Haven't been getting an hour as much lately, but I take the 15-minute breaks, at least one, and I do a video. So this is where I spend my time at. Please like and subscribe. So let's get into what is it? I think Loose Stone said about the Joshua fans don't want their fighter to fight a champion. Listen, man, Joshua's a good fighter, and I pulled I pulled for Anthony Joshua to win some fights. I favor him to win some fights. It's just the whole lead up to this fight has been kind of shady. The whole talk of this fight, the whole him getting talking about a restraining order, that Wilder couldn't come into the ring, the whole setup for Dylan White to call him out, the whole Anthony Joshua saying that if Wilder keep talking, we will basically block him out lock him off so AJ didn't even have to fight him. To me, it's stupid. How can, my thing is, if you don't fight Deontay Wilder, who is the WBC champion, which is I think maybe the one of the original belts, the highest ranking belts out there before the other belts came. The people at least looked at as more prestige, the WBC belt, and Wilder has it. That's the green belt that a lot of people want, and Joshua has a shot to get it. And if he doesn't fight Deontay Wilder, and if he fights anyone outside of Deontay Wilder, some questions would need to be asked to AJ. What made this guy better to fight over Deontay Wilder? Or are you getting paid a guaranteed $50 million over Deontay Wilder? Why is this guy who has no belt, because he doesn't have a belt, because you and Deontay Wilder has the belts, why is this guy with no belt was picked and fighting over Wilder? What does this guy bring to your career, enhance your career outside of fighting Deontay Wilder? Because honestly, I don't really see why you can pull him over. Now, the thing is, Joshua could win. Wilder could win. Yes, I may favor Wilder. Somebody may favor Joshua. I'm not going to knock that, because I'm not neither one of the fighters, and I'm not throwing no punches. I don't know who's going to land. But the fact is, it just don't look right. Why is he not taking the fight? Why are there so many excuses? How come when you throw a stupid number out there, like $50 million up front, and you would take the fight, and then they took your stupid number and made it a reality, and instead of you grabbing it with both hands, holding on to it with both hands, like you told Deontay Wilder to do for $12.5 million, they offer you $50 million up front plus bonus, and it's like you got your arms closed, and you said, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. I would take less money. I don't know, guys. Listen, the thing is, when you talk about heavyweights, man, it's better to get these fights a lot sooner than later. Because with these heavyweights, anything can happen, man. Big list can happen. Somebody can get hurt. Somebody can get robbed. And if any one of these guys take a loss, both of these guys have lost their biggest payday just simply off of just basically being, you know, well, it ain't Wilder. Wilder wants to fight. It'll be AJ Kemp or it'll be Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn telling AJ, listen, if we push it off one more fight, if they offer $50 million, one more fight, I'm sure we can get $60 million. And if we can push it off one more fight, they're going to give us guaranteed $70 million. Have I steered you wrong yet, AJ? Have I steered you wrong? No, you haven't. You know, that sounds like a good idea. I'm a smart man, too. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the chat, man. Let's go to the chat before I walk in. What is it? All right, I'm at 13 minutes. Let's see what the chat says, guys, before I walk in. What's up? What up, bruh? AJ said, man, this white on white. Wish I can change the text format of this. Let's see. Man, this is crazy. I can't even see it, man. But you know what, guys? Either way, it is going to be on the playback, which is what I do love now. That even if I can't see it now, once it uploads, it will be on the playback. I kind of see Lewis. I got AJ beating Wilder since 2015. I'm sticking with that. But AJ's on some whole shit. All right. And I can't unify without Wilder. Okay, I got you right there, AJ. Can't unify without Wilder and Loose Stones. Hey, man, Loose Stones. Hey, thanks for coming to chat, man. I'm not sure if I've seen you before. If you haven't, hey, take a moment to subscribe, man. Like and share. Appreciate coming in and just join the party as I head my way back to my place of work. So, listen, and that's the thing, man. Loose Stones, I don't knock anyone that picks AJ. I don't. You know, the thing is, it's just the whole setup is fucking like, you know, the whole Eddie Hearn shit. The old, like, it's all games. A lot of fucking smokes and mirrors. The fact is, you can fight all these other people. And you know what? I knew some money shit was going to be shady before they offered the money. Because after they paid Parker and the fight was over with, Joshua said, I'm tired of overpaying these people. We're going to start paying people right now. You know what? So hold on. You paid all these other people more money you said that they should have got. But when it comes to Deontay Wilder, that is the biggest match of your career, and this is the one guy you want to underpay. because you've been overpaying everybody else. You overpaid Joseph Parker. You overpaid Charles Martin, who actually had the belt, and that you had to fight for it, but you overpaid him. Listen, and that's the thing. See, a lot of the thing that actually helped AJ really get to where he was now is because they did throw out a lot of more money at first. But once like, that's why Wilder didn't get Demigod Martin first, because Demigod Martin pretty much sold his title. Instead of him saying, I'm the champion, fight me in the States, he went over there and fought over there and put up a piss poor job. I'm not gonna lie, man. He put up such a bad job. I even believe I could have beat Charles Martin on that night if he fought the exact same way. It's just, I'm saying, man, he was all talk. I did not see any realistic fear or how can you say it, man? Like he really wanted. It sounded like Charles Martin was just talking. I walk this earth like a god, like a god. But then he goes out there and get his ass whooped like a peasant. You know what I'm saying? But that's enough of Charles Demigod. That's why I call him Demigod Martin, because they tell me he walks this earth like a god, but then goes out there and performs like a bum with some Windex trying to wipe your cars. Just a piss poor ass effort. But all right, guys, let me go and get out of here. Like I said, I got this. I'm not even gonna name her name, man, but it's this woman, and she doesn't work with me. She doesn't even work on my account, and it's not just me. She's doing a couple more other people too. But all this lonely ass, no man having ass. Listen, man. I can really go on and on about this beast of a woman, this creature of a woman, because all she do is walk around and try to get people in trouble, try to time people, clock people. She told them I was going for 20 minutes when I was going on my lunch break. I was actually going for 55 minutes. And they sent the email out to her to basically stay out of people doing business. But listen, these evil beasts, they just don't stop. They don't stop. But that's my rant. But guys, let me go.